Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Today I wanted to talk about one of my favorite guns that no one ever seems to talk about. You don't read a lot about it. I honestly don't know if a lot of people know about this gun. It's the Jericho 941 from IWI. This thing is an absolute beast, and it's a joy to shoot as well. Of all the guns I have, and I do spend a lot of time talking about H&K and SIGs, and I love all my H&Ks and SIGs. This is the gun that I shoot most accurately on a consistent basis. Every time I pick it up, it shoots better than the others for me. I know it's all personal, but this is by far the gun I shoot the most accurately on a consistent basis. I'll also tell you that when I take friends to the range and we shoot different guns, I'll take my H&Ks and they like them. I'll take my SIGs and they like them. I gotta love my H&Ks and SIGs. But this is the gun that every single person says, whoa, what was that? So I think it's special enough that I just want to take some time to spread the love. And if you don't know about the Jericho, maybe tell you a little bit about it. If you do know a lot about it, let me know your thoughts too, because I think it's a spectacular gun. So I'm going to show you an H&K 226, an H&K, sorry, a SIG 226 and an H&K USP. This one chambered in 45, just for a size comparison. I'm not going to do a comparison video of like, choose this one or that one. I just want to kind of give you a reference of what this gun looks like compared to some other popular guns. And then I'll take those away and do close-ups of this guy, talk about how it's held up over the first 1,000 rounds, and just show you some close-up details and features of it, because it's an awesome, awesome gun. And oh, by the way, I'll start there. It's the cheapest gun I own. One of the cheapest guns I own. It's half the price of these other guys here, which are great guns, but it's half the price. So let's start. IWI 941 versus these, again, compared to the 6RP 226 and the H&K USP chambered in 45. They're all pretty old guns, with the SIG, I think, starting production around 1984. The H&K around 1995. And this one's unchanged. This one's changed a little bit. The Jericho was started production around 1990, so they've been around for a while. Again, this is a steel frame gun, or steel frame, and polymer frame. But if you think about the size of the guns, lengthwise, the Jericho is by far the longest, with the SIG being 7.7 inches long, H&K 7.8 inches long, and the Jericho being 8.2, so much longer sight radius, and also will help with the balance of the gun. I'll talk about in a second. Height-wise, the Jericho is the shortest at 5.4 inches tall versus 5.5 on the SIG and 5.6 on the H&K. Width-wise, also in the middle, with the SIG being 1.5 inches wide. The H&K slightly thinner, even with the 45 ACP at 1.3 inches. And this is 1.4 inches wide. So very similar. But the big difference, and the thing that you'll notice if you ever get to pick one of these up, is the weight. So the SIG, big heavy gun. It is a big heavy gun. It weighs 34 ounces, okay? Put him aside for now. The H&K, bigger gun. This thing weighs 34.8 ounces. Nice hefty gun. The Jericho weighs a full 6 ounces more at 40.2 ounces. This thing is a monster to hold up. But that weight does one very incredible thing. It eats recoil. If, again, I let my friends shoot like a SIG 365 or a H&K subcompact, they can be a little snappy potentially. They shoot this thing and it doesn't move. If you can ever hold one of these, it is a chunk weighing at 40 ounces. So let's talk about it. Let me first do a safety check. I forgot to mention a couple things. Capacity. The H&K with 45 ACP held 12. The SIG, chambered 9mm, held 15. This guy holds one more at 16. And again, the beauty of it is it's half the price of those other guns. And it shoots, for me, better. And again, I love those guns. They're two of my favorite guns on the planet, but this is as well. And I just want to share my excitement with you guys. So doing a close-up, again, this gun was made in 1990. It's called the 941. It's from IWI. It was originally started from IMI, Israeli Military Institute, which is now Israeli Weapons Industries. And it's called the 941 because it was chambered both in 9mm And it also came with originally with a secondary barrel that shot 41 Action Express, a caliber I've never heard of before, I've never seen, but it was a hot caliber at the time. So it was created to shoot both of those, and it wound up being now just 9mm. So I think the gun also, I'll tell you, is a CZ clone. This is a clone of the CZ75. And from what I read, it is maybe one of the better clones, if not the best clone. I did look up the CZ75 full size. It actually is a little bigger than this, so maybe I'll need to get my hands on one of those as well, because this gun is phenomenal. I don't know if I've finished my safety check. So no magazine, rack to slide, visually inspect, and we're clear. So the gun, again, it is a spectacular looking gun. Again, it's a CZ75 clone. The one thing that's different from the CZ75 is this front angled area here. The CZ comes straight down. This guy's angled in more, very much, it looks a lot like a Desert Eagle. This gun is often called the Baby Eagle, or the Baby Desert Eagle, although it has nothing to do with Magnum Research or that gun they make. But I think at some point in time, maybe they were affiliated, but it is all from IWI. And again, it is a very sleek looking gun, very nice lines, not a lot of details on there. You've got the anti-glare details up here between the sights, but the gun itself is just spectacular. Very sleek, plastic grips. So this gun at least has 1,000 rounds to it. Let me show you another interesting thing. So 1,000 rounds to it. Look at the finish, look at the gun. It is, the finish on here holds up amazing. The barrel, which I'll take apart, is wearing, and there's no wear marks on there. Again, it's holding up very, very well. If I look at that versus the SIG, which also has at least 1,000 rounds in there, look at the hood of the SIG. You see the wear. Again, it has a finish on the slide, I know, but you can just see the wear marks up here on the barrel. So that's one big difference, is there's also wearing differently. Even the H&K, which only has probably 400 or 500 rounds to it so far, see some wear up there. So again, I just can't get over what a beast of a gun this is. It's indestructible, it's incredibly accurate, and it's just so much fun to shoot. So let's look at it. You got your light rail here. I think that's standard, I think it's a 1913 rail. My lights all fit on there. But everything just seems to be designed to be so sleek. Trigger guard, you've got the grooves up here. It's a good oversized trigger guard with a curved trigger, so you can use it with gloves. You've got your slide catch and release. And also, I'll tell you, of all my guns, this has the softest release on here. It is only for right-handed shooters. It's not ambidextrous, and I'm a left-hander. So I'll tell you, once this guy is activated, just to release it, it is buttery soft. Some guns, you have to really work with it and push. It is absolutely a feather to release a slide on this thing. It's really, really cool. Let me try right-handed. Just barely touch it, and it drops down. Comes with standard safety, not a decocker, but safe position. So it's cocked. So you can carry it cocked and locked with the safety on, and then fire. There is no decocker again. And you have your mag release again on this side. I don't know if it cannot be reversed, I don't think, but again, so you set now, it doesn't matter. You've got the plastic grips. We've got the lines here and on the back. Again, the grips are nothing special, but they work just fine. And the gun feels great in your hands. Again, notice the curvature of the grip handle here versus, say, the SIG, which a little more straight up and down, a little bit of a curve there, but definitely have this nice arch in the back, and it feels great in your hand. And again, I'm not knocking the SIG or H&K at all. They're two of my favorite guns. And this guy is unchanged from the 90s, pretty much straight up and down, and feels great. But this guy just has that nice curve back here that fits your hand really nice. So again, the weight of this thing makes it a joy to shoot, but also so does the trigger. It's a double action, single action. And again, the trigger, the double action pull isn't as heavy as a lot of double action pulls. I don't know weight, but it's there. But then once the gun cycles, your reset is here, really short, and the pullback is there. So do it again. So short reset, and there. the trigger on this thing just feels absolutely incredible. So the trigger combined with the weight and the long sight radius make this thing incredibly accurate. And if you've ever shot one, and hopefully you get a chance to do that, it's great. If you have shot one, hopefully you can back me up here and verify that's true. As with all the CZ75s, takedown, you have to align these 2 dots back here on the back. So let me do that really fast. Once I align those dots, I'm going to push through this button here. So this is probably the hardest thing I have to do on this gun. It is hard to take apart for me. It's not as easy as the others, but line those dots up, push this button through. It was easier than I thought, and this just pulls out. This comes out. Slide comes off. Again, this is over 1,000 rounds through it. You can see the guts. Phone will focus there. The fit and finish is really, 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 really nice on this gun. And the most important thing I forgot to talk about was the inverted rail system. I'll put it back together and show you. You can see here that the slide rides inside the rail, so it gives you a really low bore axis. So the weight, the trigger, the long sight radius, and that really low bore axis, which really helps the recoil and stand on target, make this thing just absolutely phenomenal. I'm not sure if I can see it, if you can see it here, but the SIG rides on top of the rails, so it sits much higher, where this guy, the slide, rides inside the rails here. So they're just called inverted rails. I'm doing that wrong-handed. So again, I'll put it back together in a second. So here's the internals. Again, after 1,000 rounds, take the guide run out. Got uncaptured guide run spring. Then here's your barrel. Again, the barrel after a bunch of rounds looks great. And then here's how it's wearing inside. Again, a little bit of wear on the hood there. But again, this thing has been insanely reliable. No malfunctions at all. A little bit of wear in here as well. So it shoots great, reliable. It's affordable, feels incredible. It looks awesome. So if you didn't know about this gun, hopefully this helps you learn a little bit about it. I'll do a quick reassembly and look at that inverted rail system again. Again, put back together, you'll see that normally the slide goes over the outside of the rail and along the outside. This goes on the inside, which just reduces the mass on top coming back at you. And then line those dots back up again. Push this through. And voila, there you go. And you look at that rail system, you can see how it rides inside there. It's not comparative, but that is one of the things that makes this gun a great shooter. Low bore axis, great trigger, super heavy, long sight radius, and extremely affordable. Great looking gun. This is the Jericho 941 from IWI. So I just want to share my excitement with you. Thank you so much for watching. If you would, please like and subscribe. That'd help a ton with my algorithms. Thanks.